What? Hey! Don't peek under here from over there. Because I'll see your panties. Bro!
Why are we still here?
I hope he's not like Takumi, dude. I so hope he isn't like Takumi. Heya. Looking beautiful as usual. Bro, come on. Come on, dude. Come on. The BGM for the video was the Gun Barrel theme song, sung by Akiho herself. Oh, no. No. Oh, she's a little nerd. Oh, she's a little geek dork. How's it going, everybody? HoodlaMutt here, back with some more Robotics notes. And last time, we started the journey, and we found out the game is about mechs and fighting games and all that stuff, which I think is pretty dang cool. We started off being in a mech, talking about how we're like not a hero, and we're playing in the role of one Kaito. I think it was Shio Kaito. Is that how you say his name? Shino Kaito? Something like that. With his friend Akiho, the only two members of the robotics club in their little school in Tanegashima, I believe is how you pronounce the place. And so yeah, we were we faced off against apparently the creator in this fighting game called what was it called? Kill Ballad, which is based off of a series in the game called Gun Barrel, which is interesting. That he doesn't like mechs. Our main character doesn't like mechs, but he likes the game, and he doesn't like mechs specifically because of his friend Akiho. He faced the creator, didn't work out very well, in the sense that he won, but he was then basically charged with being a cheater, and so a little bit of sketchiness going on there. It reminded me a little bit of what happened to Takumi in Chaos Head. Then we went to this airport hangar, where Akiho... we kind of went into the head of Akiho, which was kind of interesting, after having lost a Kill Ballad fight to Kaito. Ended up going to the this airport hangar where they have apparently been building a mech ever since her sister started the robotics club, and it's supposed to be in the likeness of the original Gun Barrel mech, which I'm kind of feeling like Gun Barrel is like supposed to be a similar thing to like Mobile Suit Gundam, sort of, kind of, especially with some of those mentions of Char Aznable, which you guys told me was the case. It was actually Char. Even though Gun Barrel isn't based off of anything, which I think is interesting. It does seem to be at least inspired by Mobile Suit to some degree, I think. So yeah, and that's where we were. We were in the head of Akiho, fixing up the mech and oiling it and whatnot. And now we are in the head of Kaito again. So, without any further ado, let's just get back into this, shall we? I raise my eyes from my Pokecom and see that the sky is darkened. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh yeah, we also learned that this is an actual kind of fighting game. You have to do like quick time events, which is crazy. That's the first time I've ever seen that in a science adventure game, so that's kind of cool. I slowly rise up. I was too engrossed and didn't notice how much time had passed. My head's kind of hazy. I guess my mind is still on the game. Those subtle screen shakes and that pseudo-heaviness when you punch in an input are what I'm all about. Since I had been lying on the hard ground, my back hurts. I wonder if Akiho is still doing maintenance. I peek into the hangar, but I don't see any sign of her. Something tells me she's here, though. Something around the bottom portion of the robot, right below the knee. Aw, she's a little mechanic working on it. That's cute. Akiho, armed with a pen light, had crawled under the tight space beneath the robot and is doing some sort of work. Doing maintenance? Uh-huh. What? Hey! Don't peek under here from over there! because I'll see your panties? Bro! I hope he's not like Takumi, dude. I so hope he isn't like Takumi. Dude, if he's like Takumi, I'm gonna crash out, dude. Why is nobody like Okabe? Okabe had a couple of weird moments, okay? But he was mostly normal, okay? What happened to my Okabe? I miss him. Please don't be weird. Please. I already know Daru's gonna be in this game. We don't need two Darus. Please. The other one had Takumi, who is, I would argue, objectively worse than Daru in many cases. But it didn't have Daru, so at least I was spared that. I don't need two Darus in the same game, dude. Goodness gracious.
I'll get mad if you do.
A crouching heavy kick? She's full of openings, so I could guard, counter, and then combo her for a fourth of her health. Hey, Aki-chan. I know I always say this, but I think you should stop doing work in your uniform. Akiho stores an old t-shirt and shorts in the club room that she could use for messy jobs, but she barely uses them.
But I forgot them in the club room.
She went to the trouble of having work clothes ready, yet she always forgets them in the club room.
Plus, I have nowhere to change. It's not like anyone but me works here, so whatever.
Akiho keeps moving her hands as she makes excuses for herself. Is that a subtle jab at the fact that I don't help? Oil stains are tough to wash out.
I don't mind. They're like badges of honor.
Huh. There really is something off about you, Aki-chan. There aren't many high school girls who would say that.
And that's that.
Looks like she's finished. Akiho comes crawling out. Huh? She brushes off her dirty uniform with her hands.
Checks are done.
Rad. She tucks away her pen light. She was probably just checking to make sure everything is still in order.
So, what's so off about me?
There aren't many high school girls who would refer to oil stains as badges of honor.
Come on, you make it sound like a bad thing. Not that I'm not aware of it.
I gotta hand it to you. It's pretty amazing that you admit you're weird.
And you wouldn't admit that about yourself, Kai?
My gaming skills are abnormal, but I think I'm pretty ordinary in every other way.
Oh, please. You're always a pretty big weirdo considering all you care about is gaming.
Despite the self-deprecation, Akiho's eyes are twinkling as she grasps my hand. The perfect picture of a friendship between two dudes. Her hand is sticky with oil, but she doesn't seem to care in the slightest. Akiho then starts nodding like she agrees with herself. Dude, I love her. She's great. After washing our hands, we close the garage shutters and lock up. Since there are no streetlights near the abandoned airport, it turns pitch black at night. Which is precisely why we need to leave before that happens.
By the way,
as we walk, Akiho suddenly pulls out her Pokecom. The Fink plushie attached to it swings back and forth. Its color has darkened considerably, and it only takes a glance to see it's because of oil. Was there a Fink something or another in the past? Because I know the Froggy thing was a plushie in both the other games, in Steins Gate and Chaos Head, but I can't remember. I feel like there was a Fink in this game. Maybe not. Maybe that's new. I can't remember. I keep telling her to replace it with a new one, but she seems to have no intention of doing so.
I was looking at the Iro earlier and saw that the everyday that was being renovated got turned into a lawn sow.
Wait, really?
For realsies. You'll know it when you see it.
Everyday is a convenience store near our houses. The only convenience store in Minamitane, actually. They started remodeling about half a year ago, so it's been closed. Did they just turn it into a new store? Let's take a look on my Pokecom. I bring up Deluode map. Oh. Oh, sync with... Oh, okay. Dude, this is cool, man. I wish I had one of these. I want a Pokecom. I use the World Virtual View function in Iduo to look at Minamitane. Sure enough, there's a long sow.
See?
Interesting. Grand opening event. Okay. Items available at 10% off. Okay, cool. It says 10% off.
Let's drop by on the way home.
Mm-hmm. But the place could be loaded with people right now.
I could just picture the checkout line. Remember how crazy it was when every day opened up? We were just kids back then, weren't we? I think it was the same year the Anemone...
Akiho abruptly stops talking. Anemone, huh? Now there's an unpleasant name I'd rather forget. Wait, so did that say mass death or something? Mass whatever? I didn't look close enough. Was that... I'm assuming it was a tragedy? People died? Bro, this is like Chaos Head's freaking jumping off the building thing that they had. Holy crap. So, are you gonna try and negotiate with the vice principal tomorrow too? I intentionally changed the subject. Okay, it must have meant something to Akiho. For the last 2 or so weeks, Akiho has been heading to the faculty room after school.
It's not like waiting around is gonna get us results.
Ridiculously optimistic as always. I often say those words to Akiho. She's always like this. Ridiculously optimistic.
That's my only redeeming quality, after all.
Every time Akiho returns those words to me, she smiles bashfully.
So, you're coming with me, right? Right?
I'm going to be real late tomorrow thanks to my stomach ache.
Psh! Sounds real rough.
Akiho laughs in amazement. Whenever we go to the hangar, we keep our scooters parked in the lot in front of the terminal. We live in Minamitane, which is on the southern part of the island. School is 15 kilometers away, so commuting by scooter is allowed. I leave the key in. Nobody around here would steal it, and walking around with it would be a pain in the rear.
Going straight home?
You really want to pay a visit to the convenience store, don't you?
I'd be fine with B-Coop.
So, you just want a snack? But it's almost dinner time.
Ugh. Yeah, I know. I'll go straight home.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
This is like a ritual before we ride our scooters. I always ask how she feels. If she's not well, we rest. And if she still isn't feeling well after that, we leave the scooters here and go home some other way. She had been involved in a scooter accident once before. Luckily, she got out with minor injuries, but you never know when a fatal one might occur. I straddle my scooter, put on the ugly helmet required by the school, and step on the kick pedal, starting the engine. Akiho puts on the track jacket she left on the scooter handle, slips on the same ugly helmet, and we're ready. Time to head home. It takes around 40 to 50 minutes to get from school to Akiho's house. By the time we arrive, the sun is long gone. By the way, my house is really close. Not even like a minute away by scooter. After parking the scooter in front of her house, Akiho takes off her helmet and waves to me.
All right, Kai. Nochio.
Nochio. This is our unique farewell. In the Tanegashima dialect, it roughly translates to, let's meet again. Aw, that's cute. Nochio. Misani originally started using it as a code word, so Akiho and I picked it up too. To be honest, it's not something that comes naturally. I have to intentionally use it. Only elderly people use that dialect these days. Akiho sees me off as I head home. I cast my gaze up at the night sky. The northern region is steeped in red, almost like it's oozing blood. That's like really pretty. I wish I saw that going home. What the frick? That's the aurora. Oh, that's why, because you don't see the aurora every day, so. It's not quite the same as the famous aurora everyone knows, the beautiful one that's kind of shaped like curtains. Apparently, an aurora takes on that shade of color at lower latitudes. The sun is abnormally active now, so this has led to the world being able to see auroras since a few years ago. Oh, interesting. I wonder what that means. Back then, I mistook it for a wildfire or something in the distance. But now, I'm totally used to seeing it, and I don't really feel one way or another about it. That color in the sky is just another part of my everyday life. My ordinary, unchanging days. Yeah, that's about ready to get mixed up, isn't it? My life on this island, repeating endlessly. It's hard to believe it'll all be coming to an end in 6 months. But for now, I'll just focus on getting home and eating dinner. Interesting. The sky is so blue, it's crystal clear. Day after day of cloudless skies, almost to the point of tedium. The weather is pretty important around these parts, especially because it tends to rain a lot this time of year. If it's just a light rain, I can wear a raincoat and commute to school by bike, but I'd rather it just be nice out. The wind striking my face has the scent of summer, or at least, that's what it feels like. You know, greenery and stuff. Riding a scooter in the summer is way nicer than during the winter by a long shot. Although I bet that holds true around the world, not just on this island. Akiho is driving in front of me, her skirt flapping around in the wind. Okay, we are in his head. Every day I get nervous about her accidentally flashing everyone, but her guard is unexpectedly tight. Okay. Yeah, you get nervous, sure. Okay. We stop our scooters at the convenience store near the school. One might call me a regular here at the Irei General Store.
I'll be going on ahead, okay?
I lightly wave to Akiho in response before entering the store. Oh, hello. Who are you? What the? Her face, look at her face. She looks like she's freaking... she looks like she's been like, she's been partaking in the devil's lettuce a little bit there. She looks way too chill. Been on some, like, muscle relaxers or something. What the...
Welcome.
The girl with the languid attitude sitting at the counter is Irei Mizuka-san. She's the daughter of the store's owner and works here on most weekdays. She's helping with the family business. She was Misani's classmate. In other words, I've known her since I was in elementary school. This older girl, who barely even uses makeup, has become somewhat of a minor celebrity among students at my high school. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why. With her easygoing personality, she speaks openly and frankly with all the teenagers who drop by here to shop. She was left paralyzed from the waist down in a traffic accident back in college, but thanks to the fancy tech attached to her legs, her hug, she gets by. Oh, what? Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, shoot, I thought that was just like her pants design. Oh, she's paralyzed? What the frick? Oh, that's sadder. Oh. Yo, but she's got fancy tech. That's cool. Dude. Oh man, that's sad, bro. Oh, what the heck? The Hug is a power-assisted suit that quietly hit the medical care market in 2010, which was back before the robotic boom started. See, okay. I wish we had stuff like this. This stuff is so cool. I've seen power armor type stuff where people have done this, but it's like it's very impractical. You're telling me that this is a 2010 thing? I don't think so, man. Not unless it's like a military thing that they don't tell none of us about. Despite not being a robot, the Hug rode the robot wave and became huge, with over 3 million units sold worldwide. Even on a rural island like this, you occasionally see people walking around with them in town. Hugs even get used for non-medical things. You'll see special features on TV like jogging with hugs is in and whatnot. I lightly nod my head at Mizuka-san. Heya. Looking beautiful as usual. Bro, come on. Come on, dude. Come on. Not looking beautiful as usual. Oh my goodness gracious. She herself told me to compliment older girls, so I put her words into practice. Why she gotta be so mean? I grabbed the usual 2 bottles of fruit sour melon from the drink aisle and bring them to the register.
Where's Aki?
She went on ahead to school.
She's got some nerve ignoring me.
High school students aren't rich enough to buy things every day.
Doesn't she drink Skull every day?
Good point.
Next time I see her, I'll make her buy 2. So Kai, are you sure you don't want this today?
Mizuka-san grins at me and points to the steamer next to the register. It's filled with meat buns, anko buns, and more. I only eat those when I have business.
And here I thought you just liked the taste.
Those barf-tastic buns? You gotta be kidding me.
Kai, did you just call food at my store barf-tastic? Did you?
Sorry. I try to laugh it off as I hand Mizuka-san the money for the drinks.
Oh, right. Give Michi a message for me.
What, Michi? Michi? I'm gonna say Michi for now. What the heck is Michi? Huh? She grimaces like she suddenly remembered something.
Tell him to hurry up and pick up his protein.
No, that probably is Michi. I wonder if he's like a... could be a foreigner, maybe. Michi ordered protein from here? Why didn't he just have it delivered to his house?
Heck if I know. Either way, he totally forgot his order. The guy hasn't come by to pick it up.
Under the counter, I see 4 protein bags with 5 kilograms written on them. The company probably shipped them by sea. Oh, Michi is Nagafukata Mitsuhiko's nickname. He's the PE teacher at school and our club advisor. Simple, right? Can't you tell him yourself? Just call him or something.
Come on, you know I don't have a Pokécom.
It's weird for her to boast about that languidly. Mizuka-san is bad with machines. She's always bragging about how the only things she can use are the register and her hug stuff. That's not what I mean. Doesn't the store have like a landline phone?
Too much work.
I heard Michi was her classmate and friend, but maybe I'm misremembering?
So Kai, let him know, okay? Thanks.
As soon as she's done talking, she opens yesterday's newspaper and starts reading. Guess we're done? She's like a grumpy old man. What terrible customer service. Gosh, she's so scary. I thought Misani was bad, but Mizuka-san is no slouch. Why are the women her age so terrifying? Or maybe those two are just special. Ah, crap. I spent way too much time chatting with Mizuka-san. I need to hurry, or I'm gonna end up late. I reach the school gate and turn off the engine. It's a school rule that once you hit the entrance, you gotta turn off your scooter's engine and push it from there. Interesting. Yo, good morning! Hurry up! Oh, well, if it ain't Michi. Okay, that was kind of close. I think you'd have probably a little bit of a laxer name, or laxer voice, but we'll go with that. Perfect timing. Michi's at the gate, greeting students as they arrive. Hey now, Yashio. I'm always telling you, it's Mr. Nagafukata. Got that? Stop calling me Michi. Sir, Mr. Nagafukata Mitsuhiko IV, Esquire, is a graduate of this school, and was also the first president of the Robotics Club. I started calling him Michi because Mizuka-san does. The habit then spread to Akiho. That's funny. So he was the club president. I thought Misani was going to be. Interesting. What was her name? Misaki, I think? Mr. Nagafukata. I was just at Mizuka-san's store. She wants you to hurry and pick up your protein stuff. Gah! I totally forgot! But I don't have any cash on me today. Oh, what should I do? Michi enters panic mode and clings to me. Hey, just tell me one thing. Was Irei angry? Probably. Also, don't cling to me like that. You're dripping in sweat. I see. Listen, Yashio. Let me give you some valuable info. Irei is seriously scary when she's angry. That's all. Yeah, I'm well aware. Michi is basically a delinquent teacher. Well, he'd better brace himself for the wrath of Mizuka-san. I sit down in my usual spot in the shade of the tree by the club room and gaze up at the sky. After school, Akiho went to get the clubroom key from the faculty room, but she hasn't returned yet. It's been a while. It'd be a pain to check the facility room, and even more annoying if she got back while I was gone, so I'll just chill. The sunlight is getting stronger. The single tree in the courtyard is becoming more and more valuable to me. I have nothing to do, so I open up the web browser. I find the headline about a new hug model in the news column and casually tap on it. Oh! Ooh. Cool. キャンペーン中にお買い上げいただいた方全員に漏れなく1万円をキャッシュバックいたします。自動車、ポケコンと同じようにより身近に、より皆様の生活に密着する形であらゆる場面に対応できる。それがこのカルマです。コンセプトは一家に一台の時代。Wow. Look at that. It's got it on the arms too? That's freaking sick. Dang! That's cool. Learning? It has learning? What? Ah, I see. Cool. 多数のご予約をいただき、現在からのご予約ですと発売日にお届けすることが大変難しくなっております。ご了承ください。Interesting. あなたを支える心でありたい。エグゾスケルトン社は皆様との出会い。I want one. Give me one. Wow. Pre-order now. I like that they have little cutscenes. This is kind of fun. Cool. As expected, Misani is there. Oh, wait. Huh? How long has it been since she started appearing on TV like this? Wait, what? That was her? Wait, was she the one talking, or was she the one in the exoskeleton? Or she kind of actually looked like both. I was gonna say that, but I just thought, well, maybe I'm making it up. But it looked like the same woman. After graduating 6 years ago, she went to college in Tokyo and now works at the flourishing exoskeleton company. She started doing PR work after her talents were recognized. She even makes appearances on TV as a Hug test pilot. Commercials, leading Hug demos, even working as an advisor for Hug Spark, which is a Hug martial arts tournament. Misani is everywhere. Considering how active she is, it's no overstatement to say that she's crazy popular. Heck, people online refer to her as the pretty exco PR girl. She's more popular than your average pinup model. But all I want to do is scream out to the heavens. Don't be fooled, people! The Misani on TV isn't the real deal! Man, I can't even begin to count how many times Misani made me bawl back when I was in elementary school. Just thinking about it gives me chills. Oh, Aki-chan. Do I have to click that? Do I click? Oh. It's from Akiho. If it said something, I totally missed it, so oops. It's strange for her to call me while we're at school. Accept call. I answer, and Akiho's face appears on the screen.
Ah, Kai?
Where are you?
Mizuka-ni's store.
Why?
Never mind that. More importantly, did you do your homework? For English? I take it you didn't, right?
Why is she so sure of that? Not that she's wrong, but... I shake my head, but for some reason, Akiho smiles happily.
Me either.
When was it due again?
Tomorrow.
Crap.
Let's study together. A schoolwork study session starring us! Come on!
Are you actually gonna try and do it yourself?
Luckily, we still have time. And 2 heads are better than 1. Let's split up and work. That person once said this. In war, you must think 2 or 3 moves ahead of the enemy.
She's cute, man. I like her. I doubt you could even think of 1 move ahead right now, Aki-chan.
Oof.
But sure, I'm down to split it.
That's my Kai.
She's completely forgotten about cornering the vice principal. I guess we'll use our club time today to finish homework.
I knew you'd say that, so I'm already at Mizuka-ni's place.
Huh. Then I guess you are thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead.
Right?
I'll let her be happy with this victory.
Can't fight on an empty stomach. Do you want any snacks? Hit me with your requests and I'll pick them up for you.
Your treat? Sure.
In your dreams, bub. I'll have you repay me later.
Well, shucks.
No worries. I'll pick up some things for Kai.
I hear Mizuka-san's voice on the other side. Ah, Aki-chan. Don't listen to anything Mizuka-san says. Just, buy me a fruit sour melon.
Aw, not up for the usual.
Mizuka-san sure is persistent. Besides, if I have the usual, I won't be in any condition to study.
All right, I'm on it. Meet me in the classroom, not the club room.
Maybe I'll get a bit done on my own. Akiho didn't take long to get back. We studied our best until sunset, but couldn't finish in time. I guess I'll just do the rest at home. Once again, Akiho charges off into the faculty room after class. Taboo! Oh my gosh, I haven't seen Yahoo in a long time, bro. That's crazy. Toyota. Toyota announces their newly developed robot, Prince X. Interesting. It's stupidly hot outside, so I'm waiting in the classroom today, looking at Twippo to kill time. Twippo? Is that Twitter? Twippo is a social media platform with limited character count posts on the internet. Yep, that is Twitter. Interesting. Pokecoms have their own app for it. Each post is called a tweep, and they form a timeline on screen based on when they were posted. If you follow someone else's account, they'll display their tweeps in your timeline too. Or it'll display that. I'm following around 100 people. If you follow a lot of people, your timeline basically gets flooded with constant updates. It's a real pain to try and keep up with it all like that, so you can split tweeps into multiple lists. List A is for Robotics Club members, so I guess you could say it's for friends. Till last year, our club had more than 2 people in it. Given our current state, Akiho is the only one in List A. List B is made up of real-life acquaintances and people I know online. It includes my family, Akiho's family, Michi, and a few others. I have no friends around my age, and I don't follow many of my classmates. Thus, List B is mostly adults. List C is for others. That includes journalists in Tokyo and the official accounts for newspapers and news sites. If I look at List C, I can get a pretty good idea of what's going on in Tokyo. I don't really use List D. Even with the list split, they refresh within hours. I keep telling myself to at least check Twippo once a day. Oh shoot. Oh, well, I'm... Okay, mouse and keyboard. Okay, so that's... let's see, to switch between lists on Twippo, so I'd use Q and E. Okay. Or click with the mouse. Okay, I'd rather use the mouse. As I scroll through my timeline, I see talk about a new giant robot developed by Toyota in Tokyo. I guess they revealed the thing around lunchtime today. Actually, Akiho mentioned seeing this in the news. Maybe I should reply. You can directly respond to other people's tweets via the reply function. That said, I don't use Twippo that much, so I really only reply to people in List A. I love how this is just giving us like a rundown of how Twitter works. That's so goofy. Yeah, okay. You guessed it. That means Akiho's the only one I interact with. Oh. Aki Popopopon? That go for broke mentality is amazing. You really don't know fear. That should do it. That's funny. Oh, Hayakawa. Who the heck is Hayakawa? Until I learn who, I'm assuming it's the older dude that we had on the comms up in the corner over here, so I'm gonna assume it's him. Hey Yashio, can I ask you for a favor? One of my few classmates still around on cleaning duty talks to me. I'm gonna be late for my bus home if I don't leave soon. Are you busy? Could you maybe throw the trash out for me? Don't bother, Hayakawa. This is Yashio we're talking about. Huh? But he doesn't look busy. It's not that I look like I have free time. I do have free time. But I'm currently stuck in this room. Who knows when Madam President is going to get back? I decide to turn down her request in the only way I know. Oh, it was a her. Well, oh well. I don't mind taking your place.
Wait, really? Oh my gosh,
However, if you want me to do something, you'll have to beat me in a match. If you win, I'll throw out the trash or whatever it is that you want.
What? I'm kind of in a hurry. Didn't I tell you? There's no point. Yashio's always like this. It was a mistake to even ask. Ugh, never mind. A match? Really? How stupid.
Still muttering complaints, the two pick up the trash cans and exit the classroom. I'm alone now. Wait, if Hayakawa was seriously about to miss her bus, why couldn't Takahashi take out the trash alone? I considered shouting that at them, but that'd be a bit much for me, so I decided against it. I'm aware that people consider me a jerk, but this is my policy. I have no intention of changing it. Just when I'm finally about to enjoy a match of Kill Ballad.
Kai!
Akiho returns with the clubroom key in hand. The key is stored in the faculty room, so she has to go and pick it up every time we have club.
To the clubroom.
Yeah. I stand up from my seat. We exit the classroom and walk together toward the clubroom. Was the vice principal in?
Nope. So, I don't think the VP has been coming to school lately. You haven't seen her either, right?
I shrug my shoulders, indicating that I haven't.
Michi might know something. Maybe I'll interrogate him.
You just don't give up, do you? Maybe I should call you Snapping Turtle from now on.
Boo! That's lame. Look, either way, we can't do anything without money. We've already lost 2 months. If things keep up like this...
Oh, there he is. That's the guy I was looking for. Okay, that's the guy I thought that I was talking for when it was Hayakawa. Interesting.
Ugh!
The moment she sees a certain male student, Akiho winces. His name is Hiraka Subaru, and he's a second year. You could call him Akiho's arch nemesis. At the same time, you could say he's the one person Akiho won't give up on trying to win over. I can already see the sparks flying violently between them.
Hey, Hira-kun!
Despite feigning cheerfulness, it's pretty clear that she's pretty nervous around the younger boy. Oh, he's younger than them too. Oh, okay, interesting. I saw second year, I'm thinking they were first year for some reason. Okay.
It's been 1 year and 3 months since we first met here, which means it's time to join the Robotics Club and join us in building the giant robot of justice together.
I have no intention of joining your third-rate robotics club. Hideka Subaru brutally interrupts Akiho. I've given you the same answer over 20 times.
Come on, the Robotics Club needs your technical skills, Hida-kun.
I want nothing to do with your robotics club. Excuse me. Dark and brooding over here. Without even a bow, Hideka Subaru changes from his indoor shoes to his regular ones, then leaves.
I'm gonna win him over if it's the last thing I do.
Akiho's face is bright red. She looks like she's going to start stamping her feet in frustration. He clearly doesn't like you. So why you gotta be so stubborn about this?
Hey, this is your problem too.
I haven't the slightest clue why, but Hideka Subaru is actively hostile towards the robotics club. He was the one student who came to watch our club last year, but it wasn't long before he started calling us stuff like third-rate and worthless. I bet he's like a super big mech fan or something, but he's like, you're not doing it right, and he like can't join us or something because he's like, oh, you know, my father died to this, and I promised I would never do it, and I hate mechs now, but he actually really like secretly loves mechs. I mean, they technically showed that he's with us at some point, so we know that that happens, so. Well, I guess it only makes sense. In terms of technical skills, Subaru is on a completely different level. In junior high, he apparently entered Robo 1 solo and won 3rd place. He never entered again after that. According to Michi's intel, he's even capable of repairing broken wristwatches. I understand why he looks down on us, to an extent. If he ever joined the robotics club, he'd immediately be our ace. Heck, even though he's younger, he'd probably make a better club president than Akiho. He's not wrong about us being third-rate, though.
Don't say things like that, Kai.
You gotta accept reality for what it is.
I know, but I still can't just go and say sure and be fine with it.
All sorts of people make fun of our little club. It wasn't nearly this bad when Akiho and I joined up as new students. It's hard to say when it began, but I think it was after last year's new student club orientation. The seniors in the club weren't the public speaking types, so Akiho gave the speech instead. That's where she screwed up. Akiho made a showy intro video about Gunbarrel prototype Model 1 and the club members maintaining it. The BGM for the video was the Gunbarrel theme song, sung by Akiho herself. Oh no! No! Oh, she's a little nerd. Oh, she's a little geek dork. No, Akiho, no, my girl. Aw. They made fun of her probably because they thought she wasn't serious. They just thought she was a filthy weeb. She doesn't deserve this. Aw. I'm sure you can imagine how all that went over. And so, the only student who came to check our club out was Hidaka Subaru. He must have come to pick a fight. This year, Akiho and I ended up alone. She did her best to learn from her prior failures and didn't show the robot. But, mid-speech, Akiho had an attack and was sent to the infirmary. Since I don't care about robots, it was over. Wait, she had an attack? What, like a heart attack? The frick? You just glossing over that? Mid-speech, she had a heart attack? Maybe it was like a nervous breakdown or something, like a nervous attack or something, maybe? Like a panic attack, maybe? Something like that? Okay. Interesting. So, it made total sense that we couldn't get any new recruits. Plus, right after that, Akiho requested a 10-fold increase to our budget, causing the student council and the VP to snap. As a result, even the underclassmen got a bad impression of Akiho burned into their minds. And so, our club and the gun build project became the objects of ridicule. Students started referring to it as homegrown scrap. Sure, compared to the high-tech robots being made by huge companies worldwide, ours is both ugly and has super low specs. I've heard people say that if it still hasn't been completed after 8 years, it'll never get finished. They say it's a waste of club funds, and that the budget would be better off given to other clubs. I can't argue with that. Heck, you could even argue that the Robotics Club has been given too much special treatment up until now. And all that was because of the groundwork that Misani put in as the founding member of the organization. Since we're clinging to the work that others did before us, I'm sure the school looks at us like we're parasites. Illustrates society pretty well, huh? Alright, time to go ham on Kill Ballad today. I think that to myself as I set down my bag in the clubroom.
Time to recharge.
Akiho says that to herself and starts fiddling with her own Pokecom. Anime appears on the screen. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, dude! They have little animated sequences. That's sick. What the frick? That was cool.
Storm and Surge, Blast of Spirit, Gun Barrel, Jackeen.
Jeez. Is the climax right at the start or something? It only took her 5 seconds to recharge. Dude, that's me with Gurren Lagann, bro. That's me with Gurren Lagann. I gotta hand it to her. It's impressive that she's recovered so quickly. She's even posing. Let's go. You're gonna break your Pokecom again if you flail around like that in here.
It'll be fine.
Akiho is always like this with anime. The two of us can barely sit comfortably in here, yet she's flailing wildly. If only she'd just go outside. Oh, and how in the heck does she get so excited over something she's seen countless times? Bro, she's just like me, for real, for real. I love her. Dude, if you don't want her, I'll take her. She can be my friend. I love her. She's cute. So, what anime is that?
What?
I asked that without thinking too deeply about it, and Akiho's expression morphs. She shoves the tablet screen in my face.
It's Gun Barrel! Gun Barrel!
I see. Now that I think about it, she was shouting its name earlier. I may not know much about mecha anime, but that was a dumb question even for me.
What do you mean, I see? I'm always showing it to you at my house.
Akiho's getting about as heated up as I'd expect. She's clearly still annoyed from her earlier encounter with Subaru, so she's more charged up than usual. That being said, she doesn't show me Gun Barrel. It's more like she watches it and I happen to be in the room.
And that game you're always playing on your Pokecom.
Akiho points at the tablet hanging from my wrist.
What's it based on?
Gun Barrel.
What's the life-sized robot our club is working so hard to build?
Gun Barrel.
This Blu-ray sitting right here.
Akiho picks up the BD sitting on the desk and points at the picture on the jacket.
What freaking anime is this?
Gun Barrel.
Correct.
She drops the frown and returns to a smile. By the way, that's the only Blu-ray we own. Heck, the clubroom doesn't even have a Blu-ray player or a TV, so it's useless.
Kai, you're a failure of a robotics club member.
Yep, guess I'm not much of a learner.
Could you not be like that just for once?
If you want me to be even more honest, I really don't care about any of this.
I figured that out a long time ago.
Dude, she's so like me, for real, for real. I want to be her friend. You don't deserve to be her friend, Kaido. You don't deserve her. Dude, man, he freaking sucks. All he plays is fighting games, dude. If she was building a mech, I'd help her. That'd be fun. I'd help her. Akiho shrugs her shoulders in exasperation, and for some reason, pulls out the whiteboard in the corner. God, don't tell me.
Which means today, it's time to brainwash you for good.
Seriously? She always goes on forever.
For starters, Gun Barrel is a god-tier anime.
Here comes the hyperbole.
At the very least, it's been the #1 hit anime since the start of the 21st century.
Kind of reminds me of Gurren Lagann, even just like this, like the font style even kind of looks like it. And I don't know, it kind of reminds me of that. But the face definitely like looks more Mobile Suit Gundam. So,
in terms of Blu-ray sales, it's still #1 in the world.
In this age of the Pokecom, everyone's switched to cloud storage when it comes to media. Nobody buys stuff on discs. Of course, I don't dare voice any of this, as it'd just make her talk longer.
Mecha anime really is the best. Every boy in Japan loves robots.
Aren't you a girl, Akiho?
Ever since that one Astro Kid showed up in the 60s, robots have been looked up to and admired by all. They're friends, heroes, and just plain cool.
Oh yeah, Astro Boy.
They're the symbol of Japanese animation. That's mecha anime. Other people have a totally different set of values when it comes to humanoid robots. That's why nobody else can design them like we do. Some people take that to mean that only Japanese people truly understand robots. But Gun Barrel is different. Even though it was a product by a Japanese animation studio, it first aired overseas.
Oh, interesting.
It took half a year for it to air in Japan. By that point, it was already a hot item all over the world. Not only did Japan join in on the party, it even gained a giant viewership that kicked off the modern robot boom. Plus, the ending was anything but ordinary, which helped turn the franchise into something legendary.
I swear I've heard this a billion times.
After 3 years of airing on TV, who could have guessed that the final episode would go unaired? The uproar was insane, and fans around the world were on the brink of rioting. The final episode isn't on the Blu-ray, and nobody involved has ever spoken about it. It's truly shrouded in mystery.
That would freaking trigger me, can you imagine? Holy crap, I wonder why. Interesting. Dude, do you think like this show is gonna be like a thing that they use to brainwash people? Because they keep talking about brainwashing, right? I wonder if it's gonna be like a brainwashing kind of theme in this one. Because technically, well, I don't know if, well, no, because there was brainwashing in Chaos Head. So that, I mean, that technically was a thing, using delusions and stuff like that. So I wonder how that'll play into this. One of y'all told me that that this is the world that both the successes of Takumi and Okabe created. So because they did what they did and caused the world to keep going forward, this is what the world became, which is Kaito's world in Robotic Notes. So that's my understanding anyway. Interesting.
4 years have passed, and there are still tons of people who theorize about the contents of the final episode. Not only that, but the internet's been flooded with fake episodes masquerading as the final one. Fans have even written some analyses that are more meta, explaining how not showing the final episode is actually part of Gun Barrel's message. Personally, I think this whole final episode thing is a challenge from the staff. Either way, there's no denying that the last episode going unaired helped Gun Barrel evolve into a god-tier anime that it is. Some theories even say that the current worldwide robot boom started with Gun Barrel.
I think you said that already. She sure can talk. Dude, let me have her then. You don't deserve her. I keep saying it. Let me have her. Let me be her friend. You don't deserve to have her. I love her. I love her. I would just be like, talk to me about mechs all day. I want to hear it. Tell me about all the history. Just you keep yapping. You keep yapping, queen. You say your piece. Speak your truth, queen. I just want to play Kill Ballad. So you're saying that Gun Barrel is a beloved anime around the world and it'll never be toppled. Dude, look at this! I actually have animation! This is sick! What the frick? This is cool! What the heck?
Bingo! I mean, if you were to ask me if Gun Barrel is superior to mecha anime of the past, I'm not sure how I'd answer. But I do think that you can call it the culmination of an entire half-century's worth of mecha anime. Or, I guess to be more clear, it cherry-picked the best elements of past mecha anime masterpieces. It's the classic tale of a noble hero, but that nobility is thoroughly explored via strong character development, and it's very easy to understand. All the characters are good people, and you can empathize with them. That's why people get so fired up and emotional about it. So, I'm betting you want to jump right in, don't ya? Want to marathon the whole thing right from episode 1, don't ya? Don't ya?
I do. I'll do it with you. We can watch together. Akiho's eyes sparkle as she attempts to innocently appeal to me. She's like a little boy talking about his hero. Heck, even I'm starting to get a little excited. Just kidding. Nope, I'm not interested.
Ugh, you contrarian.
Honestly, I think you're the only high school girl in the world who can speak so passionately about mecha anime.
Another brainwashing fail. Fine, I'll watch it on my own.
Aww. Akiho sulks and goes back to appreciating Gun Barrel.